Welcome to Offscript, the most authentic podcast in the whole world. You're here today with Anon, aka Mr. Anonymous.
Achi Rook, how you guys doing?
Rush, the main man. No more details.
No more details. That's it, man.
It's a new year.
Man,
New year, new you.
Huh?
Yeah, 2026.
Man, stop that bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Stop it, man. Don't tell me new year, new resolution. I don't want to hear that. That's nonsense.
It's not like the year has turned and we felt it, like a shake. No, it's not like you're rocking the boat or something. It's a new year. We just mentally.
Man, who cares? It's just who cares if
it's a January. You worry because you're gonna be broke. Is what the new year does.
Oh, Rush.
It's the longest month.
Rush.
January. Yes.
Why do people care about this nonsense like New Year? What changes? You wake up, it's still the same day. Like, why do people care about this nonsense? Like, New Year, new me. Like, what the hell is that nonsense, man?
Maybe the lighting, the noise, the firecrackers and fire this and.
So? That's because people do those
So
things.
you work throughout the year, you made some money, saved some money, and now you kind of like patted your back and say, "Whoops, you have achieved, you have arrived now."
Yeah, but who cares? Like it's just another day. Nothing changes. Rook, do you care about this New Year shit?
Bruv, it's bullshit. It's like, new me, new year, new me. I'm gonna go gym. I'm gonna get bigger. I'm gonna lose weight.
Man.
I'm gonna, start reading one book a week. I'm gonna read Learning Habits of Mind. Nonsense.
Bullshit, right?
People who think they can get smarter and read people by reading a book.
Nonsense, right?
Nonsense. And you know who believes in that stuff?
Follow my eyes, but don't look now. Follow my eyes, but don't look now. Yeah.
That's why you guys have depression,
Man, stop.
Because New Year means set up a goal. The goal
What's the goal?
has been achieved. So now
Wait, have you achieved every single year your goals of every year? You've achieved it, and then you
some
set
of
yourself
them, but they keep me they keep me on track. Like, hey, this is what I want to achieve. End of this.
Yeah, but you could have that goal in Feb, in March, in April.
But
Why
then
does it have to be Jan?
But
like
how,
what?
But how do we determine time? How do we determine that this is we're gonna get paid, or we work for a month, or
we're not farmers where we plant
We're
our seeds, we're harvesting,
harvesting
and it's that one season. We get paid every month.
Man,
at the end of every month.
And by
so
the way,
every month accumulated to 12 months.
Man,
and 12 months.
What if you started work in March?
Okay.
So your new year would be March.
Yeah. Like the Persians, Persian New Year.
Yeah,
in March.
whatever.
So then
anyways,
how do you determine your age then? I bought a car. How many years ago did you buy this?
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with New Year. You know what I don't understand, Rush? I see my colleagues, unfortunately, some of them, when it's like the 1st of Jan, they're in the gym. And they're posting, 2026 is going to be my year. I'm like, shut up, man. I dislike the videos, man. When I see it, some of the options are not there for dislike, but if there was, I would dislike it. Like, man, be quiet, man.
No, I like those guys,
Because you're one of them.
At least they have something they work towards. So if you say you want to lose belly fat,
Yeah,
and
you work throughout the year,
yeah.
and then you can go and check it before and after. See yourself.
Rush.
Did I move? Did I?
By the way, Rush,
yeah.
there's some people, so they want to lose weight, let's say in September. They're like, you know what? I'm going to wait until January
and
then I'm going to start my journey.
Yeah.
Man, losers. It's for losers, I'm telling you, man.
Like, they just want an excuse to delay their progress, and they hit January. The first week of January fail. They're not motivated. Maybe something happens. They get sick. January is gone now. I've missed the first week. I've missed 1st of Jan. I haven't gone gym yet.
Yes. So maybe they reboot their life. Like, end of the year, we need to reboot the life and start from the scratch and see myself. This is a timeline I have.
You know what? I'm going to speak to everyone. If you are someone who believes in this New Year's bullshit, you're a loser. Straight up loser, man. You're a loser, man. How can New Year, new me, man? I wake up every day and it's a new me.
So don't you set up goals?
I wake up. No. I wake up every day and it's a new me.
Don't you set up goals?
Yeah, but you don't wait for January, 1st of January to set up your goals.
When I sleep in Isha,
is that what you do?
When I pray my Isha and I sleep and I wake up, I'm like, that's a new me. I've been given a new life.
Okay.
I've been awake for Fajr. So I don't need this January
those
bullshit.
are called short-term goals. Some people have got 12 years.
You know
goals.
what? I see some people, they said...
12-month goals.
I see some people, they say, this year I'm going to do that. I'm waiting next year for them.
Yeah.
They say the same thing next year. Then I'm waiting the next year. And they're saying the same shit. I'm like laughing at them. I'm like, this is what happens to you losers who wait for a new year. for
Wait,
us.
chill. You're not calling Russia a loser, are you?
You know what?
You need to calm
It's
down.
too
No,
late now.
he's not a loser.
It's too late now. You're
But
the
you know
former
what?
loser.
He's a supporter of the losers.
It's too
I
late
mean, he's
now.
a supporter of
He's a
losers.
supporter of the losers. And whoever supports losers is part of them, man.
No, I don't believe that. I disagree with that.
Man, you know what? It's 2v1. What can I say?
Sometimes
2v1.
the two are right and the one is wrong.
Damn, man.
By the way, the majority are always right.
And you have the right to be wrong. You know that. So your excess says you're right. That's how I feel like.
Damn.
And if you don't have a goal, if you can't set up a goal and say, this is my 12-year timeline.
Give me an example of who has set a New Year resolution goal and they've achieved it. Go on.
The guy you're talking to.
Who?
Next to you. Me.
And who else apart from you?
Where you ask me one person. That's all.
Okay, name me another person.
You say who is the guy next to you that he set up a goal and he has
But who
achieved
else?
it.
As someone I would know apart from yourself. This is subjective. I want to see the whole world to see. Give us an example.
You know what, guys? I think you should have Eid resolutions, not New Year's resolution, man.
Eid resolution.
Eid resolution, man.
So it's the same thing. They say we don't celebrate. Why you wait until Eid? You know, why can't you set up a way back before that?
You know what my Eid resolution would be?
Yeah.
To slaughter more animals than last year. That's my Eid resolution, you know? Like, I've slaughtered a calf. Next year, I'm going to slaughter 2 calves in the Eid.
I thought you were going to say camel, you know? Then I'm going to slaughter a lion.
And then when I go from a sheep to a buffalo to a cow, then I'm going to go to a camel. And then after camel, giraffe. And that's my resolution for Eid,
Did
man.
you eat giraffe?
I don't know, man.
Okay,
I would like to.
No, I'm just listening to all.
I would like to.
All the names of the animal you mentioned, but I'm stuck up with the giraffe. Have you ever eaten?
Now I've eaten giraffes, cousins, camels. You know, I've eaten hashibash.
hyena, and you know the list goes on. A dead buffalo somewhere, and what else?
Yeah.
Elephant. You eat elephant?
Nah. I think it's
guys.
wrong to eat elephant.
Guys, how can we talk about flipping animals for this long?
No, we talk about the resolution.
We were talking about
He's
resolution.
eat-
You
he
were
said-
talking about eating elephants and stuff. I asked you to name me one person beside you.
It didn't surprise you when he mentioned
No, but
about
I-
elephant.
Man, my
and
question is still
everything.
not answered.
Giraffe.
Like, look, apart from Anon, Rook, and Rush, yeah, do you know anyone else who has set a goal, new resolution, and achieved it? It's a basic question that hasn't been answered, and you start talking about elephant eating.
Oh, bro, I answered that question. I said the guy next to you.
He said
Apart from
other than you. He's saying other
No,
than
no,
you.
no. That was
You
not
just-
the original question was, do you know anyone who? That was the question. Anyone.
Do you think countries set resolutions? This nonsense. Like, do you
Of
think
course.
certain countries like sit there and says by 2026 we're gonna achieve this?
Yeah.
Do you think they do that?
I think America through Donald Trump. the New Year resolution, we're gonna bomb Caracas and we're gonna take Nicolas
So-
Maduro. And,
So you do know someone else who set a goal and achieved it?
yeah, but it began with me. Began with-
So when I said someone else, why did it take you so long to answer?
No, I refer to the original question. The original question was, do you know anybody? So then we can now, you change the narrative after.
Yo, why?
That's very
Look,
fun.
guys, you're all over the place. You mentioned Venezuela, Maduro, and then you guys are talking about nonsense.
Because he's not satisfied with my answer.
so
man.
we're not here to
Now
satisfy
talk
each
to
other's
him.
answers. man.
Talk to your guy.
Nah, he's a sheikh right now. I don't talk
He's
to
a
shit.
sheikh.
You know, he's a sheikh rock. You know, he might give a fatwa. He might give a fatwa against me. You know, the producers and the cameraman might kick me out of this podcast. Man, he's a sheikh today.
The chief, what do you call it? Chuf?
Yo, but listen up. Can you please explain what did you mean by
Elaborate.
America, Maduro? Like, explain, because like
So since the beginning of New Year, right, we have had only one incident where the USA,
yeah,
they went out of their way, go bomb Caracas, took Nicolas Maduro out of the country.
who's Nicolas Maduro?
He's no longer president of Venezuela,
Okay.
as we speak now.
Yeah,
So America said this guy is involved in drug cartel,
yeah.
and for that reason, there are so many drugs coming. What do you call the fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl, yeah, is killing a lot of Americans. So we're gonna go to him and get out of that country so that we can control the sale of drugs that are coming towards our.
And take 100% control over that?
That's the next. That's the second
Wait,
part.
guys. You're telling me America bombed Venezuela,
Yeah.
went in there,
Yeah.
took the president out, and took him back to the America.
And his wife, president,
And
and
his
his wife,
And
80 lives.
and what was the army doing? Venezuelan army? Don't they have an army? They can't protect their own president. The president gets kidnapped and they're sitting there and clapping.
No, America, they bomb first. So probably they kill 80 people, including 80 or 40.
I don't know. You tell us.
40 people, including 80 years old.
80 years old?
80 years old, yeah.
Like a
Woman.
Okay.
Like a casualty of war, basically.
Yeah.
So they bombed Venezuela. They kidnapped the president,
No,
took him back to America.
No, it wasn't casual. He was killed. She was killed.
No, casualties like any like a bystander. Like
No, isn't casualty somebody who injured?
Okay, 40 people got killed. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I want to know more about the whole situation. Why it's happening? What's going on? Like, explain, man.
Yeah, so they took Maduro out of him and his wife, Priscilla or something, Sile or something of that nature, and took them to America. So they now appear at the
court.
court charged with drug cartel and all of that.
Narco trafficking, they say.
Yeah, narcotic. Yeah.
DEA.
Yeah.
Man, but is that the actual reason? Do we actually believe it was because of the drugs?
Nah, man.
Come on,
I don't
bro.
think it's that.
Come
man.
on,
Well,
bro.
I'm
It's
just
a rock
reading.
2.0.
I'm just full of the news, so I don't know
Man.
what is
Papa,
your.
You know, there was a guy, yeah, I saw on X. There was an Indian guy.
I can't believe you're calling it X, bro. Please
Or
call it
Twitter,
Twitter.
Twitter.
Please.
He had a plate, yeah. He had a plate, and basically he had a plate. I don't know what he was eating, like a curry.
Yeah.
And then on top of the plate, there was like American Delta Force troops coming in, like parachuting into his plate. So I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then I understood why, and I started laughing because basically the curry had a lot of oil. So someone put American troops falling into the curry plate like parachuting, and he's saying, "Damn, I have too much oil in my curry, and America's already here." So I think that's the reason. That's the reason America went into
that's
Venezuela,
good.
man. Oil.
So
Oil.
From today, I'm not gonna eat curry.
You never know. American troops might come in.
Yeah.
Oh, we found oil, man.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I believe America went in and got Maduro. Nothing to do with drugs, I believe. Obviously, as you know, Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the whole world, like proven oil reserves in the whole world, more than Saudi Arabia.
Is this like a reason, a discovery? Like, was the oil discovered recently?
It's been there for decades. Everybody knows Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves in the world. Again,
But how can it have, like, we know oil runs the world.
Yeah.
And Venezuela is not known as one of the, richest countries. It has the oil and it's not one of the richest countries. How does that make sense?
yo, this is a question that
Like,
requires a very long answer. Are you prepared to listen to the long answer?
For sure.
Because I
man,
can't
for
give you
sure.
like a 1 minute answer. So thinking of oil, right? Yes, oil is
equals rich country. Like, look
Yeah,
at
if you look
Dubai,
at-
look at Saudi, look at Qatar. Like, we expect
Kuwait,
we say
Bahrain, all of these countries
a
that have
country
oil.
has oil equals to
Iraq, Iran.
wealth and luxury of life.
Yeah, but you got to understand one thing. Okay, look, this is how it works. You have oil. Now you have to produce the oil and export it to other countries.
Okay.
That's how you make money.
Yes.
But what ended up happening was Venezuela, of course, it has a lot of oil, but the oil it requires refinement.
Of course.
It is not like light oil. It is heavy oil. So it needs refinement. And that's an expensive procedure.
Okay.
So Venezuela is a republic, or is a country that relies heavily on oil. 90% of its economy is run by oil.
Okay.
Okay, so what ended up happening was, before 2010, America was heavily relying on OPEC, which is Saudi Arabia, Iran, Russia, for the oil. Then a new technology came in, which was called fracking.
Yeah.
Fracking, where you pump gas, water, and sand into the rocks, which makes the rocks crack, and then you can take out oil. There was this rock called the shale rock.
Okay.
Now, shale rocks have a lot of oil in it. Usually, you drill downwards. Downwards, and
Yeah.
oil is there. But shale rocks, the oil is inside of the rocks.
Okay.
So America got this new technology where you drill downwards and then you
go-
drill horizontally.
Okay.
Wow.
So you go into
Instead
the
of
rock.
down all the way down, you're going into the rock, and you have like hundreds of kilometers of this rock available. So what ended up happening was America started producing so much oil that the global demand, the supply of the oil went way above the global demand.
Okay.
And that caused the biggest crash in oil history.
Okay.
And because Venezuela was a country that relies heavily on oil, the economy is solely relying on oil, the oil prices crashed drastically.
Just have one question, yeah? So you're telling me, so before because this incident happened in 2010.
Yeah.
So before 2010, was Venezuela known as like a wealthy country, or did it have?
I wouldn't say it's a wealthy country,
No,
but
not wealthy,
it
like
did
the
have
GDP.
wealth. It wasn't the country it is now. Yeah, they did have wealth.
Like, okay.
But you got to understand one thing. A country, if you make money with oil, let's say you're making money with oil.
Yeah, solely
You-
dependent on oil.
Yeah, you have to take that money and then invest in other industries like agriculture, technology,
Tourism.
tourism, blah, blah,
Okay.
blah. They weren't doing that. They were taking that money, they were reinvesting it back into oil again.
So they had
So
the loop.
it's
They were
just
like,
the one, like, they call it a banana republic.
Yeah.
Countries that just have bananas to sell. Just one product to sell. They don't have
Okay.
any other product. So they were heavily relying on oil only.
okay.
And the other problem was obviously there's always corruption. In any country, if you look at it, there's corruption, there's mismanagement of money. There's also sanctions.
Yeah.
That's a big
thing,
yeah. If there's sanctions, if you don't follow the rules, which the Western world tells you to do, you're gonna get hit by sanctions. So again, what ends up happening is when you're going through a crisis, especially, there is room for recovery if you have money.
Okay.
But if that money, like for example,
now got
if a
sanctions,
country's oil sector's hit, they can rely on agriculture, like Iran does.
Okay.
It relies on agriculture, saffron, pistachios, whatever, name it, fruits.
Yeah.
But if a country doesn't have the agriculture, it doesn't have technology, boom, it's like you're going down. You're getting double hit now. So what ended up happening with Venezuela was like they got hit so hard with the oil
Yeah.
that they had nothing to fall back onto.
Okay.
And then again, the OPEC, what they were supposed to do was to reduce the supply of oil, and they didn't do that.
I was just about to say, because I heard this, yeah. So even like Saudi Arabia was told, like, stop producing so much oil, but they didn't listen either. So how comes they didn't take the hit, but Venezuela got the hit?
Because you got to understand one thing.
Because they were also dependent just on oil, from what I know. Oh,
countries have contracts with other countries
okay.
to supply them with this much oil. Now you've already signed these contracts. I'm going to supply you this many million barrels.
Per year, per month.
Yeah, exactly. Now, when America tells the other countries, can you stop producing oil? Because we're producing it. Why would those countries listen to America?
Exactly.
They're going to say, well, why are we going to... And plus, these countries expected the American oil to slow down.
Okay.
Because they thought, okay, how further can they go? But America actually had a lot of oil.
Okay.
A lot of oil. So what ended up happening was the production of the American oil kept on going up and up and up and up. And OPEC was also producing. And what ended up happening was there was more oil than there was a demand for it.
Yeah.
Oil prices crashed. Venezuela suffers big time.
Yeah.
Big time. And then obviously, you see what we have, hyperinflation.
Yeah.
The country struggling, so they stop printing more money. Boom, hyperinflation, where money is now worth nothing.
Worth nothing.
And then what ends up happening is when you get hit with sanctions,
Yes.
when the economy is struggling, you
Can't
get
sell your oil.
You can't sell your oil because of sanctions. So what ends up happening is the most able people in your country start leaving.
Okay.
They get given incentives by America, by other countries. Why don't the doctors come to us? Your scientists come to we'll pay you more.
Yeah.
They have families to feed. So they end up leaving. Now the country can't recover now because the experts are leaving.
Yeah.
Or they've been given incentives to come to other countries. And that's what happens. And this is what we have today.
Yeah, they suffer with a brain drain, they call it,
Yeah.
where your most highly educated people are leaving the country and
So it's
go
a
contribute.
myth. So it's a myth that if you have oil, you're gonna be one of the richest countries. So
it's not a myth.
no,
It has
I mean,
been-
it has a downside, because people who are not into geopolitics or they don't know what's going on around the world, they think that as long as a country has oil, wipe your hands, we're gonna be rich.
I think if you have oil,
It comes with a lot more.
if you have oil and you have the right, or so-called the right system of economy to back that oil,
Yes.
whereby you trade with countries that are mainly, capitalist countries that are, they're going to back you up in terms of setting up the price and protect the market.
Man,
and
you
protect
you can't throw a word like capitalism and then not expect us to ask what the flip is that.
What is capitalism actually?
Capitalism is a system of economy where the business, people and business and private institution, they control the means of economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by control? Is it they allowed to have for example, you can set up a business like a private owned business.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by controlling?
So
Like,
you can buy a piece of land,
yeah.
which is facing the beach, and say this is a private beach. Whatever I'm getting here is
And
mine.
the government can't get involved.
The
like,
government, they get their tax. They can
share.
tax on you,
and that's
Yeah.
it.
but you.
But they
the
don't
owner.
own it. The government doesn't own it. You own it.
You own the.
It's a
piece of
private
land. You
own.
have maybe a 100 years
Lease.
yes. But
Okay.
you can renew it in your next generation.
And what system did Venezuela follow?
They follow socialist.
Socialism.
Yeah.
And what is socialism, if you don't mind explaining?
So there are two types of socialism. There's a socialism that is practiced, like they call it government socialism, like the one they practice in Spain and in Sweden,
Okay.
whereby the government makes sure that the resources are distributed equally among people.
Among their own population.
Yeah, so you find those who are working, they're also supporting those who don't work, and vice versa. So, and then you get communism, whereby the government is trying to fight the classism. There's no rich, poor, and middle class.
But isn't that good? Like everyone is
How
equal.
is it? How would that be
So
good? Okay.
everyone is fed.
No, that's not fair. Okay, I've worked hard.
Yeah.
I have a business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running it. But someone else who doesn't have a business, he's getting the same thing as me. How is that fair? I don't own anything. The government
But
owns
then-
everything.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
don't
but
don't
you
work
are-
hard. Then just do what he's doing. Or if you do nothing, you get paid.
And that's why many countries suffer when it comes to communism like that. Because what ends up happening is the government owns everything. So there's no incentive for me to work hard. Because everyone else is gonna get what I'm getting. How is
So
that fair?
we don't have
and I don't
any-
own anything.
so we don't
I
have
don't own a
any-
farm. I'm working on my farm. It's my crops, but my neighbor's getting, the same share of crops that I'm getting. How's that fair?
Yeah, but why do you want to get more? If your needs are only limited, why do you want to get more than everybody else?
No, it's not about why do I need. It's the fact that I should be given the freedom to own what I have. If I want to work hard and I want to own multiple businesses, I should be given the freedom to do that.
So what's the point of having 20 digits in the bank, and those 20 digits have got nothing to do with the life of the people on the street?
No, but this is a misconception. What if those 20 digits I can then use to help other people? Who says I shouldn't help other people? But I should be given the freedom to do what I want, own my own businesses. I think like if you look at it Islamically, Islam is not capitalism, it's not socialism.
Free
It takes
market.
aspects. It takes aspects from both.
Right.
Islam allows people to own their own businesses. It promotes business, trading, and owning and making wealth.
Free market.
Free market.
Yeah.
However, what Islam doesn't agree with capitalism is when it comes to the interest, where it comes to market monopoly. For example, what happens in capitalistic systems? They say it's a good system, everyone, but no. What ends up is that these
Certain
big companies come and they force the smaller businesses out.
yeah.
So you have a shopkeeper. He has his own shop. These big supermarkets come next to him and these small businesses go out of business.
Yeah.
And these big supermarkets keep on expanding in every street. So for example, you see Tesco, Sainsbury's. Every other street you go to, they're pushing these corner stores out of business.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening?
Woolworths for you.
Yeah. What ends up happening in capitalistic system is, let's say you have good connections with the government
Yeah. You got the money.
and you've got the money. You can literally have a monopoly of the whole system.
before.
So it's not a free system.
So
I would
are
say.
you saying it's good? But
No, I'm
because
not saying it's good.
You began with by defending it, right?
No, I didn't become. I said
You
I-
said if
Yeah,
I
he
work
said
so
we should
hard,
have the freedom. No, it's because
an aspect of capitalism which has the freedom to own your own businesses. I agree with that, but I don't agree with capitalism as a whole. Capitalism is a failed system.
just wanna
Look at the
one
world.
aspect of it.
The same way I don't agree
Hang
with
on, hang on,
communism.
yeah.
I don't agree with communism as an aspect. Again, I believe that the poor should be helped. That's why Islam has the zakat system. 2.5% of your wealth you give as a zakat to help the poor. But that doesn't mean I can't own anything now as a private business. Why should the government be in charge of everything. Islam is against that as well. So Islam is neither capitalistic, neither socialist, neither communist. It takes aspects of everything. And I think that is the best system. But I disagree with all these systems. And that's why if you look at in theory, there has never been a successful communist country. There has never been a successful capitalistic country. Because even if you go to America now, they say capitalism, right? You see people in the streets. You see homeless people. You see people that can't afford food, people that can't afford education.
Yeah, people work like a zombie.
People working like zombies and they still can't afford their rent.
On drugs, or they live in their cars.
In their car. And I also don't agree with communism. You got doctors, he's living the same conditions as a farmer. Bro, he's worked so hard to become a doctor. Yeah. Now he owns nothing. He can't own his own private surgery. He can't own his private clinic. Why? Because the government wouldn't allow him. So I believe like all of these systems, they are designed to fail, or they're designed to benefit certain individuals. They're not designed to benefit the population. Because,
No, you go ahead.
Because over time, if you look at it, who suffers even in a communism, who suffers is the people. The people that are suffering are the people. The government never suffers. You see? So there's no such thing as true capitalism or true communism or true socialism.
So let's go back to
Venezuela.
To the Nicolas
Maduro.
Yeah, the man who grew up from the working family and drop out of school in Caracas, and then he becomes labor union activist, and then when Chavez died, then he became the president of Venezuela.
Yeah. Many people say his elections were rigged. Like they don't accept his election. They say, he rigged the votes and stuff, he's not in power. Again, I don't know. But
we don't know because we only
this is the Western news,
Western propaganda.
I don't know what they're talking about. But again, guys, you want to talk about Maduro. Did you see the outfits, man? I think they released like 6-7 pictures of him. And in every single picture, he had different outfit. I'm like, damn, did you see the Nike Tech fleece that he had, man? Man, I really wanted that, man. They look good, like tracksuits. He had like nice tracksuits with the...
Man, the reason why I'm asking so many questions is because I don't really watch the news. Like, it's not because I'm not interested. I just don't have the time.
Nah, man.
I barely have time to rest.
I'm telling you, if the neighboring country was nuked...
And low key, I don't care.
If the neighboring country was nuked and you felt the tremors and the earthquake, Rook wouldn't go to the news to say what happened. It would just be like, man, natural disaster.
Literally, man.
Yeah, it will be the last person to like inform you of what happened in the world.
Yeah.
This guy,
I just don't care. I care, but then I don't care this. I don't care enough to now open up my phone. Hey, what happened in Venezuela? Man. What is capitalism? Bro, I barely have time. Work, look after the family.
Play Fortnite and play Minecraft and play FIFA.
Keep myself happy, you know?
FIFA 2026.
Man,
this guy is into games.
Man, whenever I want to know like what's going on in the world quickly, I call Anon, yo, what's going on? When I'm going to work, I'll just call him in the morning, hey, what's going up in the dunya? And then he'll tell me, this is going to, I'm like talking about something else. And then he'll tell me this. And then he'll tell me that. I just don't care to research it myself.
But you gotta care because look, how can a president
how come you don't know who is Nicolas Maduro?
Nicolas Cage. I know who Nicolas Cage is.
That means you didn't call this guy for quite some time now.
Man, listen,
no, you know
I
what
actually told him.
I honestly think it's fake. How could America, just walk into Venezuela, take the president, go back home, and the world stays quiet?
Actually, they said, the opposition party said in Venezuela that was an exit strategy. But there's no way for an American to go in like that, do a swift operation like that, and get out without any American casualties.
So he wanted to leave?
Because if you look at it, Venezuela does have the Russian air defense system, S-300. No way you're telling me the F-35 jets have such high stealth technology that they're going to fly in and Venezuelan Russian radar systems not going to detect it. That's insane.
Where they specialize in
That's insane. They specialize in that. I believe he knew for months that America was going to come in at the end and take over because Donald Trump did say, we are going to go into Venezuela.
Yeah, he said
we're going to take the oil. That's our oil.
Yeah.
So he knew.
That's crazy.
And what ended up happening was there was an exit strategy. I think there was a kind of an arrangement like this is what's going to happen. We're going to make it look like we came in and it was a successful operation. Otherwise, they would have just bombed his house.
So this is a conspiracy theory of
Twin Towers.
No, man, I think that's more likely than the whole operation system. And no way think America is capable of something like that. Just to go in the middle of a night, boom. do an operation like that, get the president out and leave. Like, that's insane.
So then that does it also mean China and Russia don't know this theory?
No.
That's why
I believe
they want him to be released.
China and Russia, no. You got to understand one thing. China will not get involved with America because this is nothing to do with China. Yeah, they have business transactions with Venezuela. A lot of business, a lot of debt. Same with Russia. But the same way when Russia went into Ukraine, did America get involved? No.
They just gave them resources.
No, they're just giving them resources. Here are weapons. This is your fight. We're not getting involved with Russia. The same way when China is threatening Taiwan, I hardly doubt America's going to get involved because then it's World War III, bro. We got nukes going off. There is no way Russia or China will get involved in Latin America. That's America. That's their problem.
Other side of the
we are
world.
going to try our best. We're going to influence the government as much as we can. But when it comes to conflict, we're not getting involved the same way America's not getting involved into Ukraine.
But they get involved in chopping and change the leaderships in countries that are bordered with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
with Russia.
These are called proxy wars. They're not direct wars.
Yeah.
And this has been happening since the Cold War. These two major countries are not going to fight. It's going to be proxy wars. Or we're going to influence this government. We're going to make sure this government is pro-Russia. Or we're going to make sure this president is pro-America. But they're not going to be American troops firing at Russian troops. Right. No, they're going to be rebel mercenaries, paid money to go and, So same.
What about the oil tanker that was attacked by America?
Seized.
Was it seized?
Yeah, but
this morning or
but they have
yesterday?
that's been happening since God knows. Iran also seizes certain tankers that they deem illegal or under sanctions. There's been a blockade for Venezuela for months now. A naval blockade. America said no one can go in and take the oil. One of the Russian tankers went in and they said, America said, look, we have a blockade. We have our right to seize the tanker. So by international law, they do have that right. Obviously, Russia's not going to like that, but Russia will do the same.
Who has the right? You mean America?
America has now done a blockade, naval blockade.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about is it right or wrong, but by law, they're saying we have a blockade. No one is allowed to come in and take oil. Why was this Russian tanker
But is that
coming
blockade legal or illegal?
It's not about legal or illegal. They can do it. If you have power, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's not about is it legal or illegal. We're not talking about the legal terms. If a country comes in and says, I'm doing a no-fly zone, no plane is allowed to fly over this country because we have the power.
But don't you have like certain kilometers of ocean that is becoming?
Bruv, no one cares
Oh,
about
No,
it.
but once a
That's why I
blockade is
understand
done,
it.
once America says this is all to do with narco trafficking, this is drug money, this is illegal money, they can just, it's just terminology.
They control media, man. They tell us what we want.
Rush, if you're a billionaire,
Right.
and all of a sudden they say this guy was involved in narco trafficking, they can seize all your money.
Yeah.
It's not about right or wrong. They're just giving you a label now. This guy's a narco trafficker. His billions are in our banks. We're seizing it.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
That's why you got to make sure you don't have money in cash. You don't put money in banks. You need to own physical things. Land, gold, silver.
Right.
We can't own money because what happens is, in Venezuela, if you look at the videos, people are going to dumpsters and there's piles of cash. And people are throwing money in the dumpsters because all that money that they had is worth nothing now. And what happens is when you put your money in a bank and the bank goes down, poof, money gone. So that's why I encourage
dollars,
them.
bro.
Yeah. You can't. That's why I encourage my
Wait,
viewers.
what about Swiss banks? You know when everyone talks about Swiss banks, can that be seized as well?
Of course.
So nothing is safe.
No, of course. Bro, you think money is safe.
Did you put your money in Swiss bank last year when you went for holiday? Because you
Nah,
seemed like
man, I
concerned
tried,
about-
bro. I barely have something to my name, bro. I'm not gonna put my 2,000 reals in flipping Swiss bank. It'll take that much to open up the bank in the first place.
Yeah, man. But you know what's crazy? We're talking about oil. We live in a country which has like the second largest reserves, right? Saudi Arabia.
Saudi.
Now, what is Saudi Arabia doing different? Now, if you look at Saudi Arabia, they've learned a lesson from other countries. Man, we can't be a single, we can't just rely on oil.
Yeah.
We got to diversify. And that's why you got sports. That's why you got all these other things going on. The World Cup,
Bro,
the
EA
businesses.
Sports, you know what? One of the biggest stadiums and places are being made for EA Sports online
Yeah, man.
gaming. Bruh, Saudi is
Formula
going
One.
big.
Formula One, yeah. So they diversify the
Tourism.
economy. And this is what you should be doing. You shouldn't put your, we have a saying, they say, don't put your what is
Eggs
it?
in one bucket.
Eggs in one basket.
But is this the kind of trend that started in Dubai? because Dubai also they host almost everything.
Yeah, almost everything. Yeah. But again, Dubai is not as a big of an
Bruv,
economy as Saudi Arabia.
it's a little
No,
dot.
I'm talking about that mode
The model.
of economy where they went to a point where they say we're not going to rely on oil in the future. This oil might run out.
Yeah, it might run out. So we might.
we might try to host
tourism.
tennis competition and
Yeah, tourism.
yeah.
No, but Saudi Arabia is taking it a bit further because now they're bringing in investors to come invest in properties. You can own from 2026 now. You can own and buy properties in many different various regions, all the way even in I think in Mecca. You can go and own some properties for
In the outskirts, yeah.
on the outskirts. So again, this is what a country should be doing. You shouldn't just be dependent on oil. What if there's another crash again, oil crash again, and oil prices go down? Then what do they do?
Right.
And again, that's a lesson for us as well to diversify. We can't be we can't be making content for 14-year-olds. We gotta also make content for 25-year-olds, for 50-year-olds. Because if our 14-year-old viewers get bored of us, we got our 25-year-old viewers.
Man, I thought
And
you
if
were
they
gonna
get bored
say
of us,
let's
50-year-old.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say let's branch out and do other things apart from the podcast, but you're sticking to the podcast.
Nah, man, I'm saying we gotta diversify from the pot. We gotta bring in guests. We gotta we gotta go explore the different regions. Maybe make
Dora
a
the
vlog.
Explorer.
Maybe we gotta do some vlogging, man. We gotta just diversify.
No, that's image.
Oh,
That's
image.
Yeah. Diversify. It's supposed to be some mix.
Okay,
of,
diversify.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when it's too much, then it spill over.
Rush, tell him.
Rash,
Tell him.
tell him to comment. Tell him to comment on where we should do our video next.
Yeah. So if you like this context and if you like the subject that we discussed here, please share, watch,
Like, subscribe,
subscribe,
spread the
Hit the
news,
bell.
man.
spread the news, and
Give us some suggestions, man.
pray, and
suggestions.
pray for peace, the world, the global peace.
I mean, Salaam alaikum.